I love how the camera is just moving. Ain't nobody told her to do that, but she does what she wants. Hey girls, how you doing? I look a little busted. Disregard it. You read the title. You know why we're here. Why in the world? Hold on. You read the title and you know why we're here. I really, help me, Holy Ghost, help me. Tamar Braxton, I know that you're my auntie by way of Toni Braxton being my mother and having been my mother for the past 20 plus years. Toni Braxton was my very first musical influence. You know, I listened to Toni Braxton at the tender age, I believe I was 3 years old when the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack came out and Let It Flow came out. I heard that song and it touched me in my spirit to the point where I have never forgotten Toni Braxton's name. I speak her name daily. Toni Braxton is my musical mother, so by proxy, Tamar Braxton is my auntie. I know you're my auntie, Tamar, but today I have to be auntie, okay? Today I need to be TT. So come on over, sit on TT's lap, and let's talk. Tamar, you're disgusting. You are a disgusting human being. I don't know a better way to put it. And I don't mean to say that to rile anybody up or get any, Tamar, girl, hey, it's been so long since I've seen myself on camera. It's like, girl, even with the head wrap and the, the jacket and, I still got a little something, got the dimple. And anyway, I'm not saying this to rile anybody up. I'm not saying this to, get people to agree with me. I'm not saying this. I'm really just saying this because I feel like it needs to be said. Tamar, you're disgusting. You're a disgusting person. You as a human, you as someone who has lived, breathed, and walked on this earth for over 40 years should know better and do better. You as somebody who grew up in the church with 2 pastor parents, grew up, singing down to the service, should know better and do better, but you're not. You're not. If you don't know what I'm talking about one of the Pace sisters. We gonna call her Niecy because it's so many of them and I don't know how to pronounce all their names. But this one got niece in it, so we gonna call her Auntie Niecy. Auntie Niecy, the oldest of the Pace sisters, was on Steve Harvey not too long ago, which I thought that show got canceled, but I'm seeing more and more from Steve Harvey than when he was on the air. What is going on? I don't care. Anyway, she was on Steve Harvey and she gave, a sermonic solo, a selection, an A selection. She got up there and she sang and, I know I've been changed. That ain't that Pace sister. That's a different Pace sister. There's so many of them, you just don't know. I don't know who's who. One of them was doing Tyler Perry plays, and LaShawn is the big one. My daddy used to love him some LaShawn Pace. She'd kick off her shoes all the time. She was the original Fantasia. Like, the Paces be coming out the woodworks, which is why Tamar Braxton should have knew better. She should have knew better. But we're going to get there. She was on the, Auntie Niecy was on the Steve Harvey show and she sang. She gave, a little bit of, I think it might have been Amazing Grace or something. And it was beautiful. She had that Pace tonality. She was singing and it was like, oh yes, Auntie, this is what you go to the black church for. You go to the black church and, the girls get up there and they sing. And that's what I, love to hear. I love to hear the seasoned saints for the Savior get up there and give you, an old nasty bit of just religion. That old time religion. I love that. She was singing. My grandmother, Tina Lawson, posted the video on her Instagram page of Auntie Niecy singing down, honey. She's singing. Because grandmother Tina was blessed by it, Thom Braxton. And the more I sit here and think about it, the more I say, you really got your nerve. The unmitigated gall of Thom Braxton to comment under that video and say that the wig was stressing her out. Let me recount this for you. Let me say it again in case somebody missed what I'm saying. Tamar Braxton Herbert, no Herbert, got pondegram and posted writ with her thumbs that one of the Anointed Pace sisters' wigs was stressing her out. Stressing her out. In all of my days, have never seen somebody have that much gall, that much audacity. That is crazy. That's like me getting on YouTube and clicking on somebody's video, and they in the video, you know, with a bonnet and a sleep mask on their head, and I'm saying, girl, you know you wrong for having that bonnet and sleep mask. You look a mess. In all my days, this helpful. So she posted that, and Auntie Other Pace, because girl, I didn't bring my other phone out here, so I don't have my notes. Auntie Other Pace got on the Facebook Live and said simply, you're evil. You're evil. You don't like being evil, but it's gotten you so much attention that you have to maintain your evacity. She didn't say that, but I'm giving y'all, you know, these good scholarly words. And she went on, you know, a long several-minute diatribe about how Tamar Braxton ain't no good. And I try to keep my mouth off of Tamar. I try not to say nothing about Tamar unless, you know, the spirit leads me to come out here and do so. I try to keep my mouth shut, because if I lean into everything Tamar Braxton is doing, I'm gonna be mad at her in a way that somebody who doesn't know somebody should not be angry. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know Tamar Braxton. She's never done anything personal to me or anybody I know. So there's absolutely no reason for me to get to a certain level of mad. So I leave her alone. I allow her to leave me alone. But what bothered me so much about this, aside from the unmitigated gall of this bald-headed heifer harlot to get pawned the ground and talk about this woman's wig as if she doesn't wear hair that I know she picked up from the Dollar Tree. Tamar Braxton, when she puts on a wig, she wears hair that I picked up off the streets of Dallas. I have a compilation on my phone of me. I walked through the streets of Dallas on one afternoon, just a leisurely stroll, and I took several photos of weaves, full heads, wigs on the ground. Tamar Braxton wears ground wigs, and she had the nerve, just because Auntie Niecy's wig was sitting just a little high on her head and a little over to the left, to say that the wig was stressing her out. You know what stresses us out, Tamar Braxton? You walking around here in your skin. The top of your head is just skin. That's not for you. I know some women who rock the bald look, and it works for them. They are out here doing it, selling it, serving it. I used to work at a beauty supply store, honey, and one of my favorite customers used to come in all the time. Her head is bald. As bald as it can get, and she'd still be able to bleach it blonde. It was low, and she used to wear it, honey. She'd have her little outfits on, she'd have her purse with her, and she would carry that head. Tamar Braxton doesn't carry her head. She looks a mess, and she'd be doing all that with them facial expressions, and she looks like a thumb, which is why I call her Thumb Braxton. Period. But that's not what bothered me the most. What bothered me the most about this is Tamar Braxton is the baby sister of 6 siblings, 5 sisters. She's the baby. You know, it's Tony, Michael, Tracy, Tawanda, Trina, and then Thumb. It bothered me that you would come for somebody who has, I think, more sisters than you do, and expect them not to pop off on you. Niece, if somebody said anything about Tony Braxton, the only person that would be going harder than me would be Tamar Braxton. So I don't understand why you would say something like that without having the full knowledge that these other Pace sisters was going to come by and snatch the skin off the top of your head. Now you're just wearing, it's a skull. It's just bones. In the words of my fave, Diane Sawyer, this is bones. We're looking at the top of your head now because you didn't have a wig for it to be snatched. And it's just bones. This is bones. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about it. I know the majority of the people over here just cannot do a lot of Tamar Braxton. The more I just watch and listen to the little things she says, the more she reminds me of one of my aunties. And I just be like, girl, one of my biological aunties. And I just be like, girl, you keep that over there. Over there. over there. Send the word over there. That the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming. I ain't sang in a while. It's been a good 3 months since I gave a solo. So excuse. But anyway, I just don't understand why she felt the need to do any of this. Who asked you? Who asked you if Auntie Niecy's wig was going to stress you out or not? The way I see it, you shouldn't care what her wig looks like, because you don't care what the top of your head looks like, and you be walking around all out in the streets stressing me out and my poor mother. If my mom was sitting right here and I pulled up a picture of Tamar Braxton without her knowing, and she had to see that, she would holler. My poor mama can't take it. She is so upset with the state of Tamar Braxton's hair life. I don't know what to do about that. I don't know. Should I pray for her? Should I pray? I mean, I'm praying for Auntie Niecy, because, you know, we found out she's got some health issues and a few little things that need to be addressed with the Lord. So I'm going to call God and see what we can come up with for Auntie Niecy. But should I be praying for Tamar Braxton? Because I feel like my grandma says this thing. She says, you got to want it. When you're talking about deliverance, you have to want it. I can't see where Tamar Braxton wants it. So I feel like I would just be wasting prayers. I know you can't waste prayers, but I can waste time praying. And I feel like praying for somebody who does not want the deliverance ain't nothing gonna happen. She don't want to be happy. She don't want to be somebody who minds their business and puts out their music and everybody, you know, she don't want to be Trina. Has anybody noticed, aside from Love and Hip Hop, Trina puts out her music. We, you know, bop along, you know, and then we go on about our day. We don't hear a lot about, oh, Trina beefing with Nicki Minaj. You know? Oh, the ghetto. I'm surprised Nicki and Tamar don't have a song out together, because they have similar won't leave folks alone energy. They do. They do. Anyway, it's good to see y'all. How y'all been? It's been so long. I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all can hear a bus just roll by. A school bus, honey, not a city bus. We don't do that out here. But anyway, good to see y'all. How y'all been? I'm making it. If anybody wants to know where I've been and what I've been up to, I'm not ready to talk about it. I'm traumatized, but I'm gonna get to y'all with some tea eventually, honey. I've gone through a lot. I've gone through a lot. But yeah, I just wanted to drop in and say hey, and you know, I guess talk about this. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.